All right, JJ, hello. Thank you for the three videos. They were excellent. Thanks for your thoughtfulness and and for your depth and for sharing all of that with me. I very much appreciate it. I'm going to do response videos. I know I won't fit it into one video, so I hope you don't mind my making some extra ones. Hopefully I won't make like 10, you know. uh, I wanted to start off by talking about some of the rudeness and conflict that goes on between the atheist community and some of the religious communities on YouTube. Primarily I see conflict between atheists and Christians, you know. I was real taken aback when I came on YouTube to see this ongoing war going on between the atheists and the Christians. Really took me by surprise, and actually I got pulled into the thing at first, you know, and eventually managed to distance myself. But you know, when you identify with something, you get pulled in. So, but really, I have to kind of laugh at the idea of an atheist community. I mean, I know people, it's popular for people to use the word community, and I think we create communities that actually don't exist. But in any event, atheists tend to be individual thinkers, so any kind of community is a very loosely knit sort of thing. But I guess if people want to use the term, it's fine. In any event, I was raised in an atheist family. My grandfather was atheist. Now, he was vehemently, adamantly atheist. He was the kind of atheist that denied the existence of God. I'm a different kind of atheist, but and it was a very negative thing. In fact, I really came to in my own thought process, I came to really view my grandfather's atheism as more of an anti-Catholicism that had simply spread to encompass everything. You know, and his arguments for the non-existence of God were very simplistic, you know, very simplistic. So but he was adamant, and it was very, very negative. Now I'm what they call a weak atheist. You know, I don't assert that God does not exist. I keep my mind open on these questions. You know, I must call myself an atheist technically, because technically I don't have belief in a God, but I am not an adamant disbeliever, or adamant disbeliever. I guess you'd say I'm an unbeliever. You know. In any event, in my family, that branch of my family is Spanish, so most of the cultural the ethics and morality that I grew up were from that family, and it included tolerance, principles of tolerance and principles of respect, and tolerance of religion. And we were taught, though we were atheists, not to attack people's religions and not to attack people's faith, and never to try to destroy someone's faith. You know, one, is a matter of simple respect, and two, and this sounds somewhat arrogant, you know, two, you know, some people really need their faith, you know, and to strip it away from them is a very cruel thing. It's an extremely cruel thing. Now, atheism, as I say, there's these two types of atheism. One is extremely negative, as you point out. There can be a negative atheism. I agree with you. The other, my kind of atheism, is more of an empty atheism. But in either event, atheism, both kinds of atheisms, all kinds of atheisms, have nothing to offer the world, really. I mean, they have no positive principles, you know, when I say positive, I had a couple comments on another video saying positive and negative are, I mean, I should say, when I say positive, I mean something with being, something with some form of substance to it, you know, and atheism really has nothing to offer. So I'm amazed when I see atheists attacking people's faith, because let's say they manage to tear down somebody's faith. you know, right or wrong, whether the atheist happens to be right or wrong, what do they offer in return, you know? And are they going to, if they really do shatter someone's faith, are they going to assist that person? You know, what are they going to give that person to help them? You know, so I think it's beyond rude to attack people's faith. Now, whether atheists are right or wrong, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. But if they are right, well, let's say they're wrong. If they're wrong, they've really committed a grave error, right? If they're right, well, what have they done? They've basically, you know, broken down a shell that gives someone meaning. What are they going to replace it with? How are they going to assist that person? And I don't think many of them are really going to assist. It's kind of like, you know, just rampant destruction in a way. Now, I don't know. I can't speak for all atheists, and I don't know all atheists. I don't know many at all. You know, I mean, for the most part, you don't. When you grow up atheist, you don't meet many atheists. There's nothing. You'll notice my profile doesn't say I'm an atheist. You know, many atheists will put, "Well, I'm atheist." You know, it's one of the things I am technically, but I don't identify myself in my profile as an atheist, you know. I don't like to label myself anyway, but for the sake of discussion I have to, you know. So it's kind of abhorrent behavior as far as I'm concerned, you know. Now many atheists are simply on here defending themselves or defending their non-belief, and to an extent that's fine. There is what I consider to be a cycle of abuse that is going on between the atheist community and the you know, various religious communities, primarily Christian, and it just, who knows where it stopped, but it's like the cycle of violence. It just continues and continues and continues. I mean, I got pulled into it, you know. I came onto YouTube, I wanted to look up things on mathematics. I thought, wow, there's videos on mathematics, there's videos on philosophy, there's all these videos to watch. And then I saw a couple of you know, attacks, the Christian attacks against atheists, and I got pulled into a response. And it's very easy to get sucked into the negative thing, you know. So I've progressively distance myself from it, because nothing positive comes of it, you know. I mean, there's no positive outcome. So anyway, I agree. Atheism does not have anything to offer. It does not have anything that is going to build a bond between people on this sort of social atomic level. You really, if you're an atheist, really one of the main things you face is you have to come face to face with possible meaninglessness, certainly mortality, and the fact that you may die and there may be no continuation after you die. It may just be like that film that when the film ends, it just goes click, 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 click. You know, that may be your life, and you have to come to grips with that, and the fact that your life may ultimately be meaningless. You know, and then you have to somehow search for meaning. There's no moral code, as you point out. You know, you inherit something from your family, something is transmitted by your family, but that will vary from culture to culture. You know, there's no transcendent moral code that can unify all people in the world. You have to basically study and read and learn, read literature. Of course, you know, what's happening in the United States, where I live today, you know, is we've let our educational system just deteriorate for decades now, you know, and even our whole republic is based on the concept that unless you have an educated citizenry, you will lose your freedoms. You know, it's easy to be manipulated by people seeking power. You know, we're just generally, I mean, in my mind, we're going through a complete degeneration. I mean, you can see, you know, the rudeness that people, the comments, the rude, obnoxious comments people leave, manners are being destroyed, civilities dying. It's the new death of civilian manners on YouTube. You know, now I wouldn't necessarily say that this is from free thinking, you know, or from atheism. I don't think it is. I mean, I sometimes wonder to what extent, I don't know, in a way, the test of the strength of a culture is, I think, not how well they do in poverty, but how well they do in luxury. you know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out of time for this video. I will do more videos. Thank you, but I wanted to get started with this. Thanks a lot. See you soon.